Sup? What is going on, party people? So in today's video we're going to talk about bugging in versus bugging out and which one is the superior of the two options. Now there's been a big resurgence I've been kind of seeing about the bug out bag and all that, and I think overall that's kind of a misguided setup to have to plan. I think more of a get home bag is a more important piece of equipment, because guys that are bugging out have some kind of fantasy about going out into the woods and surviving off the land and living off rivers and foraging and all that good stuff. Well, I'll submit to you this. How many of you guys have the years and years of skills it takes to develop to be able to do that stuff? How many of you guys know how to field dress an animal? How many of you guys know what to look for when you're foraging? Edible berries, the growing seasons for those fruits and vegetables and whatever stuff you find out there in the wilderness. How do you sustain yourself with water and all that for the time being out there? Now you may have a natural spring or a river you can find, so okay, whatever. How do you purify that water? Because I want you to think of something. If things have gotten that bad to where you have to bug out, the odds are that water is probably very contaminated with waste, people cleaning themselves, remains of people. Those are just some of the cold realities of that situation if it really got that bad. I would focus more on bugging in, where you have a much better chance and an advantage in a lot of fronts. Here's why. Assuming the grid hasn't gone down totally, you still have some of your modern luxuries. You have water from your tap, you have water from the back of your toilet you can use, you have water from the bathtub if you filled it before the impending shutoff of the water and utilities. You should have your preps in place. Now water, you can't really carry those big packs of water too far, too fast, because they're pretty heavy and take a lot of room. You might have your car, a deuce and a half you bought off some website somewhere from 1978 or whatever, and it runs on all the fuels. You run on vegetable oil, gasoline, diesel, doesn't matter, and cool. That vehicle eventually is going to run out of fuel. You are eventually going to have that vehicle shit itself. It's going to stop working. And that vehicle creates a lot of attention. It's very big and it's very loud. So, where are you planning on going? Where is your location? I submit that bugging in is a much better idea because you have all your stuff already staged at your house, at your home. If you live in a big city, well, you're kind of up the creek in a lot of ways, but you know your home better than anybody else. You should have your security measures in place. Your, once again, equipment staged. Who's going to grab what? Who's going to do what job? This is why living in a small community and having friends with your neighbors, being friends with your neighbors, is a very good thing. Have your house be the hub, for lack of a better term. Do you have less prepared family members? That could be an asset to you, because now they need stuff. Hey, you come to me, I got food, water, even fun stuff like this for defense. You know, again, that stuff's not fun. It won't be, but you know, this is where the big crate of magazines you guys don't need comes in. You can barter, you can divvy, you can supply unprepared family and friends. You know, hey, you guys have no food and water? I do. You know, come to me and we'll set you up. The caveat being, you're mine now. You work for me, for lack of a better term, in that sense. I have another video about some things you can have prepped and ready to go. I might link it in the description. But you can pack a little get-home bag if you live, or where you're at work or whatever. You can throw in the back of your car. It doesn't have to have a whole lot. A couple bottles of water, maybe a Camelback. Have a compass and a map so you can land nav back home if you need to. If you can't use the roads or whatever, you can maybe walk home. That's a hazard too. If shit's going down that bad, how do you get home safely through that? Well, avoid big hubs. Take the scenic route. Go around all the bullshit. Maybe have a plate or something tucked away in your get-home bag, stuffed in the back to act as a improv plate carrier. Have your EDC, of course. I'm not saying have something like this sit in the back of your car, because that shit gets stolen, and now you got somebody with something hot and heavy like that walking around, and then it's not very good for you. Maybe have your concealed carry tucked away somewhere so they can't, not readily steal it. But that's a whole nother thing to worry about. It should be on you at all times if applicable, if you're so able to have such. So, not really too much to say on that. I think bugging out was a very bad idea. Unless it's absolutely 100% necessary. You exhausted all measures of keeping your homestead set up. Now, your homestead could be the little house you live on. It could be a little house in the middle of nowhere. Figures a helicopter would go by right now. And if you have family and friends that live near you, there's your tribe. You need to pull security. You have shifts, because you are going to need to sleep. And if you're out in the bumblefuck woods, where do you sleep? Now, I could sleep I can rough it. Well, you can, until somebody stumbles upon you. Until somebody with thermals spots you, or NVGs, or somebody that actually knows what he's doing finds you, or hears you snoring, or whatever. But when you have a tribe, your family and neighbors and close friends or whatever that are all working together, rotate shifts. You can pull security easy, stuff like that is pretty critical. If you have a property, you can grow food. Obviously, you can grow it on the thing. You have people to work maybe some people are good gardeners in your tribe. Maybe some are good mechanics or whatever, Just kind of divvy it up like that. Now you have usefulness. You can trade work for security. You can trade food for security. You can trade security for food. If things got that bad, a lot of bartering's going to be going down. And it helps to have strong people around you. Surround yourself with people you want to be like. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people of good faith, good morals, ethics, values, and principles. A lot could be said. I just think bugging out is kind of a really, really, really bad idea. It should only serve as last resort. I would encourage you to strongly focus on building a get home bag more than a bug out bag. And like I said, I have a video about it. I might link it in the description. You can find that on my channel. Bag don't got to be that big. It could be as big or small as you want. A duffel bag, a backpack. I have a small backpack like this. That's my get home bag. If it's an EDC, a bunch of mags I can put for a pistol, put like 2 30-round sticks and a couple 17-rounders. I carry a Glock in that bag. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I'll let you get back to whatever you guys were doing. Go forth, do great things, stay out of trouble. Deuces. Actually, before I let you go, I mentioned in my last sermon that my spare room was being used as a shit catch, so I can't really produce the videos I want to produce, like, my camo video and all that, because I can't do my edgy red filter. So I'm just in the backyard right now. Just gonna get that room cleaned out as soon as I can. But, it's the holiday season, people come over, people stay over, gotta move stuff, gotta set stuff up and whatever. But yeah, so this time for real. Go forth, do great things, stay out of trouble. Deuces.